Kiddos, you can't see the creek from here. It's only 20 yards away, but this is the unpleasantness it is to get through to the good carp spot by the Grove City Hospital. But I'll fight through it and I'll get there. Better look at it, and I think I'm coming in at the upper end of the pool. I'll have to go fight through it to get to the other end. To give you an idea of what I'm fighting through. Remember, these are some sort of stinging thing. Ow! Oh yeah. Yep, I'm not going that way. Rats. I'll turn this off. I found my way through it again. And I'm closing in on a carp hole, which is right around here. It's one of these two spots. I think it's going to be right here. You can see this is what Slippery Rock Creek looked like most everywhere. It's just slow. I don't know if I'll ever catch a smallmouth here, if they even live here. I think you can barely see the sandy bottom, but there are lots of carp here. Big ones. Albino carp over there. That would be really cool to catch him. Do some casting first on the off chance. This is the upper end of that hole. This is the place, you can see the dead tree, where I hooked a carp last year. He got wound under the tree. The 20-pound test wouldn't break, so I had to wade out there. He broke the hook off eventually. And I'm going to go down to that overhanging tree. That's where I'll be able to safely catch one. There's the second albino. There's the first. I think you can see it. There's the second part albino. But I'm going to go cast over here for a little bit. They're out there feeding. My cast was too far ahead of it, but they'll get to it. Wondering how long it will take. If I should cast in a better spot. I think I'm going to pull it in a little bit. Or cast out more to the middle. It's very hard to cast here. Well, that's more like it. That's at the leading edge of where I was. The corn was thrown. There's a big guy feeding out there. Oh, he's a nice one. I keep forgetting to look up the stretcher scales. Oop. I think one of them bumped the line, but My favorite part with this fishing is waiting for that line to just pick up and move. Aiden, Owen, and Grayson, do you remember this part? For some reason the bugs aren't bad today. Alright, I guess I'll leave it on. What do we bet? Within 5 minutes? Kiddos, I think walking the creek is much more fun, especially the parts of the creek where you catch smallmouth and trout. But this is fun for just catching the huge ones. Come on, Mr. Carp. Is that a bluegill? Seen a couple small fish. Not carp, but one was definitely a bluegill. I think that's a bluegill that I see. I guess I would expect that there would be largemouth in here, but not smallmouth. Yeah, there's a bluegill. All right. Like usually, it's been well over an hour. There's something about my setup today that they're rejecting, which I've only had happen once or twice. I mean, the water was clear when I got them. You see, they're just looking at it and leaving, even though they're eating the other corn. So, I was not expecting to have a hard time catching them today. Maybe I'll get lucky. Come on, come on. What don't you like? I'm leaving the video on because I'm assuming you can see them swimming over it. Many of them have swum up to it, looked, and moved on, even though they're eating the other corn. The fish, the Piscine vacuum cleaners. Come on, just take it. Weird. Oh, wow. Is that a smallmouth or a trout I saw? It's shining. Weird. I saw what looked like a trout shining. I can't tell you how many times I've been rejected, and finally I saw one come up and not reject it, and of course I somehow didn't get him. I've been here an hour and a half, I think. Incredible how many times they've not liked it this time. Judging from the fish, the way they flinch when they get up close, and the way that this line was dark green, you know, it does fade, but I'm wondering if they're color sensitive enough that they can see the line, and that's what's spooking them. And normally when this place is 2 feet deeper and muddier, they don't see it. I hate to give up, but I guess I have to. You win today, Mr. Carp.